Good morning and welcome to Write with Rachel. I'm Rachel and I'll be your guide today. Today we're going to write 4 story ideas and then I'll write a micro story in 10 minutes or less. I encourage you to watch my messy handwriting fill the screen or join in on the fun and write your own story with me. I'll be using the tilt fiction method. You can learn more about this method in the video I've linked below. For today's prompt, I'm going to be rolling the dice to find our prompt. These words today are going to be connected to a fun national holiday, so let's roll the dice and see what we get. The first roll will determine the month, so the month will be October, and the second roll will determine the date, and the date will be the 8th, so let's check October 8th and see what we get. October 8th. And we have National Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work Day. So the first part of our prompt is going to be teddy bear. Let's mark this down. We can start building out our story ideas. This aligns nicely with the second part of our prompt today. The second part of our prompt is connected to the sense of touch. So I have our sensory touch cards ready to go, and we will choose one of these. I am going to put these out for us to choose from, and based on the number that we roll, we will choose one. And we are choosing from the orange colors. I'm going to roll one die and let's see what we get. So we have teddy bear and one. Where's the orange one? It's right down here. Teddy bear and sharp. Interesting. Kind of opposites. Let's clear these touch words. So we have teddy bear and sharp. Let's start by creating some different story directions that we can go in using teddy bear and sharp as our story sparks. So let's start with someone and let's call her Amanda. Amanda grabbed her teddy bear to bring to the office for National Bring Your Teddy Bear to the Workplace Day. She thought it was silly, and she'd told her boss, who'd given her a sharp look, that Amanda felt cut right through her. Dot, dot, dot. And let's go in another direction. This time, let's say that we have our character Canton. Ken worked as a security guard at the toy store. One night, he was closing up and he heard a loud noise. When he turned around, he saw someone in a teddy bear costume holding a sharp knife to his neck. ... For a third idea, let's say that we have Marcy. Marcy is an instructor at the teddy bear dance academy. She has asked the parents to help make bears for the dance recital, as one of the moms hands over a finished bear. Marcy feels a sharp prick on her finger. ... And let's think of one more approach. Let's start over here. And let's say that we have Matthew. Matthew was excited to meet his date. He'd told Pierre that he was the teddy bear and that teddy bear type, and that his favorite flowers were roses. When he got to the restaurant, all he found was a single stem, the thorns still on, still sharp. And there you go. Here's 4 different story ideas, different ways you could take your story. Of course, I encourage you, if you have your own idea or if you have a variation of one of these ideas, definitely go in that direction as well before we start writing. Remember that part of the tilt method is we want to keep writing because our goal is to finish a draft. We write fast because our goal is to finish the draft. To finish your draft, if you need to bring in a talking cat, Santa Claus, or whatever other thing that is not realistic feel supported to do so, because the sense of pride that comes with finishing a story is worth it. And remember, you can always go back and you can do a second, third, fourth draft, but you can't do that until you have a first draft finished. As you write, you will be tilting your paper through each section. As you tilt your paper, you will also be choosing a different color pen. These tilts help your brain keep track and remember that you're moving towards a new section. In a moment, I will ring the bell and we will start writing. In the tilt method, I always start with introducing my character first. And with my green pen, my hourglass goes for 4.5 minutes. So if you see me keep writing for a few seconds after it's empty, that's the reason why. So ring the bell and let's get started. It was almost closing time. The cashier had to rush home, so I told her I'd finish closing for her. Hi, I'm Canton, and I'm the security guard at Bears R Us. This is the story I told the police about the night a bear robbed the store. First, I heard a sound. I grabbed my flashlight to investigate, but when I turned around, there was a man dressed in a teddy bear costume walking my way. Worse yet, he had a knife, a sharp one, held to my neck. Go on, said the officer. Tell us the rest of the story. My brain struggled to tell the lie while remembering the truth. Yes, I lied to the police, but I'm going to tell you what really happened. It wasn't a man. It was a teddy bear, but not just one, a whole contingent of them. They announced that they were the Bears Are Us, and that they had a list of demands. At first, I thought I was dreaming until they started using toys accessories. Really, that they'd grabbed. Why did we need bows and arrows, kitchen knives for Chef Bears, guns and ammo for Western Bears? Anyway, it was true. I was scared for my life. And so I had to meet their demands and empty the registers and give them the cash or die. The police seemed to accept my story. The Bears seemed to accept the money. And I thought I was safe until I went back to work the next night. And the cashier was helping me close, and the bears, the sweet little teddy bears, decided to rebel for a second time. She was quick to call the police. And when they arrived, they found me taking the money out of the drawer and all the sweet bears back in their cute little places on the shelves. Let me guess, said the detective. A man in a bear costume. He asked the cashier. I waited for her to tell the truth, but she just nodded and said, yes, exactly. That's the end of my story for today. If you're riding along and you're in a good flow, I encourage you to keep going. In the description and comments of this video, you'll find remarks that I've made, what I might change if I was going to rewrite this story. I'll also include a synopsis of the 4 story ideas that I drafted at the beginning of the video, a summary of my micro story, and some discussion elements about the story as well. If you've enjoyed writing with me today, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. I host writing workshops every Monday through Friday, and I would love for you to join me again. Tomorrow, Thursday, we have our Wish Upon a Star prompt, and I look forward to seeing you again then.